Well, good afternoon. Welcome to today's video. This video is going to be perhaps one of the most important videos that I have done. And is going to refer in regards to what is happening right now and what could happen and why is it that it's pressing for you to start considering getting to a home as soon as possible. Now, if I had a crystal ball just like this one that would work, well, I will probably own my private island by now. But if we start to look at what is happening in the country and where the economy is going and where are certain programs that this president is pushing, we can basically read and see what is going to happen in the future. Let's say that in 30 days, these tariffs do pass. Well, if the tariffs pass, then a couple things will happen. Number one, interest rates will go up. Why? Because inflation goes up, then interest rates will go up in the mortgage industry. And at the same time, the Fed will probably increase their rates as well. If these tariffs go through, then it's going to create a massive issue in the construction industry. A lot of the wood that comes for construction comes from Canada. If there's going to be steel tariffs, then that is going to be more expensive. A lot of the parts that are used to build a home are coming from Mexico and China. So that is going to be a lot more expensive. So building a home is going to be extremely expensive, right? So that's going to basically push the prices on building a home. Now, since the interest rates from the Federal Reserve are higher, that means that businesses are going to pay more to borrow money. And if that is the case, then probably a lot of construction businesses will go out of business. Now, the other thing that we have to look at is immigration reform. What is going to happen if it passes? As of 2023, I think the number was about 24% of the people working in the construction industry are undocumented immigrants. Take away that force and we're going to have a huge hole that has to be filled. In some states, up to 40% of the workers in the construction industry are immigrants, not undocumented, but immigrants. But if a lot of their families have to move, that could cause a cascade effect where they have to move as well. If the builders don't have the ability to build, and it's a lot more expensive, and they don't have the workforce, then that means that the properties that we have available in inventory are going to go up in value increasingly, exponentially. So what I invite you to do is, if you are in a position to buy now, concentrate just on your non-negotiables. Don't look at the shaggy carpet or the outdated cabinets and so on. Get into a home as soon as possible. Now, we don't know if these tariffs are going to happen. We don't know if it's going to be, or if this is just kind of like a negotiation tactic. But I wouldn't put myself against it. I wouldn't bet against it. If you have the opportunity now to buy a home, take advantage of it. Otherwise, we're going to see the same exact thing that happened during COVID. During COVID, timber couldn't come in through the ports. The materials that were needed to build a home couldn't come in. So therefore, building was extremely expensive. And then interest rates were very low, so there was a ton of people buying homes. So it made it almost impossible for public servants to be able to get into a home because there were so many cash buyers. Now, some other people might say that if we have the sweeping immigration reform happening, they have calculated that around 39% of undocumented immigrants own a home. They say, well, probably then there's going to be an influx of 1.6 million homes into the market. But that is nothing compared to the amount of properties that we're negative right now. And at the same time, we don't know where these properties are at and in what states, right? So we don't know who is going to be the one that is going to benefit from these properties being available in the market. So my message today is take this video with all seriousness. Share it with people who are thinking about buying a home. You need to buy a home if you have the ability to do so now. If you don't have the ability, or if you don't know where you're at currently, contact me. If you think your credit is not quite there, we will help you. We have multiple programs here that we can help you with credit. If you think that you have the credit and everything lines up, but for one reason or another you don't think you qualify, give me a call. I will see exactly where you're at, and we need to build a blueprint. I will build a blueprint for you. That way you know by when you will be ready and you can take advantage of that. If you're already shopping and you're not buying a home because either again, the carpet is shaggy, or the cabinets are outdated, you need to stop that. And you need to stop that immediately. Concentrate your non-negotiables. Get into a home, because we don't even know what's going to happen in the next 30 days. So take this video with all seriousness. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. You can text me at 480-542-8890, and I'll be talking to you next week.